Welcome to the 11th episode of the Redline. I am your host and moderator, Donovan Sharp. Alongside me is the man, the myth, the legend, Steve the Dean Williams. You just got back from the land of snow bunnies. How was Poland, my man?
Donovan, it was great, man. It was really interesting. I've been to Germany, but seeing Poland, the people were laid back. They were nice. Well, other than the Indian guy walking up to me and asking me for marijuana or where can he get marijuana, but
Oh, wow.
no, other than that, no, it was great, man. I tried to refrain myself from getting fried chicken. I was I was I was trying to stay.
Oh, my
I
God.
was drinking Fanta grape soda, but there were some Nikes I wanted to buy, and they had one size too big, so I got mad. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna eat me some fried chicken. So
You stupid.
yeah, it was a great show, man. It was a great time being with Anthony and all the guys out there. It was just a great time, brother.
Good, man. Good. I actually got to see, I got to catch some of the Red Man group live. And you were the host. I was like, look at this guy. He's over here. He's doing what I do, man. You did a really good job hosting the Red Man group live. You're actually quite funny, to be honest with you. I was actually sitting here laughing out loud. I was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was great. It was really well done. The surroundings were good. It sounded like you guys had an educated audience as well.
Yeah, it was, but ain't nobody could do what you do. So I was just, and I'm sorry, it might sound like an ass kissing fest, but no, you're the man when it comes to this, dude. I ride shotgun. I can't do what you do, but I was holding it down best as I could. But we had a great time, a lot of great questions. The panel was great. Everybody listened, had questions, so everything moved really smoothly, man.
Good stuff, man. All right, well, listen, it's been a while since I've been on the air, or at least since I've been in the studio. I was in Atlantic City actually this week. I got back from Atlantic City a little earlier this week. I've been back in Philly for the last couple of days or so, and I've done a couple little live streams here from my from my couch or whatever. But it's good to be back in the studio. It's going to be doing my thing, the high quality surroundings. I made a few changes in my studio, as you guys can see. I'm always making upgrades. I've got a new title sponsor here, as you guys can see. So a few changes, but other than that, man, ain't nothing changed, man. So let's go ahead and get right to it, guys. What we're going to talk about today is why it's important to set expectations and enforce boundaries. Now, the first question that we have to ask ourselves is why it's important to set boundaries. Why is it important to set and enforce boundaries? Well, put simply, it sets the tone for the relationship. Okay, a female without boundaries is a woman who's going to walk all over you. All right. Women cannot be left to their own devices. And the reason for this is that their default programming is to self-destruct and take everyone with them in the process. This is the trade-off for having endless options as far as dating and relationships are concerned, right? And a lot of guys might be confused about that. Well, here's what I'm talking about. The creator, God, Allah, whoever made us, okay, he gave women absolute power over men for the better part of a decade. And in exchange, God collects his debt for having given them that power. In exchange, he says, all right, their default programming is to self-destruct. I'm going to give you the power to lock down pretty much any man you want. But in exchange, if you don't, you are going to self-destruct. And we see that now with feminism each and every day. But I digress. This is why women have been kept under control for so long, right? But when feminism happened, it allowed women enough freedom to completely fuck everything up. Feminism has fucked up marriages, it's fucked up relationships, it's fucked up the culture, it's fucked everything up. If you don't set boundaries for your woman, she will not respect you, period. And Steve, you've said a lot. Well, one thing that you say that really strikes a chord with me, you say, I don't want her love. I don't want her to love me. I want her to respect me. And boundaries are integral to success in terms of gaining a woman's respect. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think Donovan, a lot of guys don't understand boundaries. And you're right about everything you're saying, but I see some of the problems. Before a man can have a set boundaries with women, he's got to learn how to set them for himself, because a woman is not going to follow you without any kind of a standard. And like I said before, I don't want a woman to like me, and I don't want a woman to love me. Now, women will fall in love with me, which is totally different, but I'm not going for her likes and I'm not going for her love like most guys are doing, because those things to me are emotional things that only a woman can carry, that a man should have no part of. Don't get me wrong. As men, we can love, but I need your respect before I even love you, because you can't get anything from me until you show me that, number one, you're worth my time. Number two, you're worth my attention. And number three, then you might be, worth my respect. And then number four, worth my love, sir.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think something else that a lot of men don't seem to understand is that it's just like you said, you can't set boundaries unless you yourself are disciplined. So what do you say to guys? Because I know you get asked this a lot. What do you say to guys who say, Steve, I'm trying to set boundaries for my woman, but I'm not really that disciplined myself? What would your advice be to the guy who wants to set boundaries, but he knows he's not really in position to set boundaries in terms of his discipline?
Well, he's lying to himself.
Okay.
We all can set boundaries. And the thing what's funny, Donovan, is a lot of these guys set boundaries, but they don't realize they're setting the boundaries. And I know it sounds good, but let me explain what I mean. When a woman disrespects a man, that's the boundary he's setting.
There you go.
He's already setting a boundary of, you can walk all over me, you can disrespect me, you can yell, treat me like I'm a child, and hit me, do whatever you want. That's the boundary. And what guys don't understand is, for the man that says he's not setting the boundary, Donovan, he really is setting the boundary. It's just his boundary is set on reaction instead of action, sir.
You know what? That dovetails perfectly into, and I talk about this all the time. In order to set boundaries, you must be high value and you must maintain your high value. Here's the thing, Steve. Your woman, Mrs. the Dean Williams, she chose you because you are high value. Okay. When your value dwindles, so does her attraction to you. And that's a good thing. The reason for this is that this helps us to keep our edge. Okay. If a woman's love were really unconditional, we as men, we'd be fucking pathetic, guys. We'd be fat. We'd be broke. We'd be creatively stagnant. We'd be pathetic fucking lumps of fucking slobs, good for nothing but eating and farting and shitting. Okay? Your woman chose you because you're in great shape. She chose you because you dress well. You're financially responsible. Your financial house is in order. You can fight. You can defend yourself. Okay? You have fitness goals. You have a plan. You have your shit together. And women love a man with a plan. They love to see that you're going places. And guys, I'm here to tell you, maintaining high value is hard, guys. It's hard to wake up at 4:30 every morning to go lift weights and go ride 10 miles every morning. It's hard to maintain your physical edge, guys. Listen, I'm living proof. I worked so hard on my show and on my channel, my diet and my health slipped. And instead of being at my fighting weight at 225, I'm probably up near 240. I got to tighten that back up. That's why I've scaled back my schedule. As far as finances go, it is difficult to maintain financial discipline. It's not easy to deprive yourself of certain things to keep your financial house in order. Okay? You guys know I'm financially responsible. You guys know that. You think it's easy for me not to buy video games? You think it's easy not to get into games when games are fucking awesome as fuck? You think it's easy for me to watch these cool-ass commercials with these awesome-ass games and not go out and buy that shit? Fuck no. Being financially responsible is hard. Depriving yourselves of things you want is very difficult, guys. Okay? Exercising financial discipline is hard. But if you want to maintain your value In terms of financial stability, this is the price you pay, guys. The bottom line is this, guys: maintaining and even increasing your value as a man on a regular basis, it's not easy, but it is the only way your woman will adhere to your boundaries, provided she likes you or even loves you enough to see the benefits of being your woman. This is where men run into a lot of problems, Steve, is they expect. Now, the first scenario I gave you was pretty simple. Steve, not really a disciplined guy. How do I get discipline? Okay, that's fine. But then you have guys who talk about the fact that they are, how can I put this? They talk about the fact that I want my woman to be disciplined. I want my woman to respect my boundaries, but they have no interest in changing themselves. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, first, Donovan, I just want to let you know from my grab bag, I was just hot off the press. You was talking about video games. I just picked up my new head.
God damn.
And I just got my new Xbox joystick for Madden. So I don't know about you, but I'm playing my video games. But
man, I just don't have the time, bro.
I know, man. Hey, but see, that's my liquor and my drugs. That's
okay. All right. It's better than liquor and drugs, I suppose, right?
yeah, hell yeah. But for the guys out there, you know, it's funny that you want all these things. I want a woman to do this, and I want a woman to do that. But the problem is that a lot of guys don't know, and nor do they understand that having a woman or a multitude of women is really a second job.
Oh yes. Oh my God.
It's something that they're under this false impression that it's just, I'm gonna see you, I'm gonna meet you, we're gonna have sex, and you're gonna be on your way. And that's not the case, because when you have multiple women and you're juggling tons of women, you've got to deal with crying, jealousy, them being sick, them just wanting to talk to you. You got to deal with the gator tears. You got to deal with a lot of certain things when you have what I call a roster. But getting back to the guy who can just get one, regardless if it's 1 or 5 or 10, at the end of the day, it's a job in which you yourself must maintain a certain type of standard, Donovan. Real quick, I always tell guys that always have these problems, I always say, Donovan, like, you know, and I said this at the 21, when you're complaining about your woman mistreating you, yelling at you and disrespecting you, I always ask the question, Donovan, can she go to her job and treat the CEO, the president, or the CFO of the company like that? And they're like, oh, no, absolutely not. And I say, okay, but why? Well, because if she says something to them, they're going to fire her. Right. Exactly. Most guys don't understand that most women are on eggshells with real men because they are replaceable. So they have to work to keep our attention and not the other way around, sir.
Listen, to piggyback off of what you just said, I love it when women like to say things like, well, I don't respond well to ultimatums. Now, when a woman says she doesn't respond well to ultimatums, when a woman says, you're giving me an ultimatum, what she is telling you is that she doesn't like the choices you've given her, right? You're not going to put a gun to anybody's head, Steve, right? If a woman respects you, she's going to fall in. If she doesn't, she's not going to. That's just all there is to it. But when a woman says, you're giving me an ultimatum and I don't like it, what she is telling you is, I don't like my choices. So let me go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Because I was about to say, no, please.
I was going to say, with regards to the boss. So when your boss tells you that if you're late again, you're fired, you're just going to quit on the spot because you don't respond well to ultimatums. Is that what you're saying? When you were a kid and your mom told you to clean up your room, or you were grounded, did you just shut down because you don't respond well to ultimatums? But Donovan, those situations are different. Yes, they are. You know what the difference is, Steve? It's called respect. You respect your boss's power to end your employment and stop your paychecks. You respected your mother's authority to ground you. So a woman says she doesn't respond well to ultimatums. What she is really saying is that she doesn't respond well to ultimatums from men she does not respect.
Yeah, I I don't even know what an ultimatum is because I never want to give a woman one.
Straight up.
Never want to make a woman feel that she has to do what I feel that she needs to be doing. She can say no.
Well, they're not ultimatums choices. They're not the ultimatums, Steve. They're choices.
Well,
listen,
right.
if you do this, listen, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm letting you know I can't control you. I can only control what I do. If you do X, then I'm going to do Y. Oh my God, that's an ultimatum. No, this is a choice. You can't have it both ways. Make your choice.
Yeah, no doubt. One thing I do is I never tell a woman what she can.
That's right.
I do. But what I do is I tell her, if you want to be with me, these are the things that you are going to have to do.
Right.
Whether you take them or you don't take them is going to be the difference between it's 11:30 at night. Do I want someone to give me head? Or it's 11:30 at night. Do I want to go over to someone's house to chill with? So the choice is hers, what she wants to do, Donovan. I am never going to put a gun to her head. Nope. I'm never going to say, you got to do it. No, I'm not. Oh, no. Listen. We don't even have to listen. I'm going to say, this is what I expect. And you can say yes or no. And if you say no, look, you don't even need to tell me your reason why.
Right. It's all good. I'm not even mad at you.
Yeah, we're good. Now, listen, it's okay. But then when you're calling me, asking me why I don't talk to you, when you're calling me saying, well, why I don't text you, and why aren't you why are you like ghosting me or not answering my messages? I'm gonna say, wait. I thought we had an understanding. I told you this is what I wanted. You yourself didn't want to do it.
I told you what would happen.
Exactly.
Right. And get this, guys. Get this. I'm going to warn you. And by the way, shout out to George, the Sultan Bruno is in the house, the distinguished gentleman. Women may not like it at first when you start to set boundaries, but they do respect them. Now, the reason women might scoff or blanch when a guy actually puts his foot down and says, if you want to be with me, then this isn't allowed, just like Steve said, is because boundaries make it much more difficult for women to misbehave or to cheat or to set up cheating. Make no mistake, guys, she will object to texting her ex. She will object to deleting her online profile. She will object to not being allowed to go out with her friends to bars and clubs on weekends. Obviously, women engage in these behaviors for many reasons, but the main reason is that she wants to be able to branch swing. She wants to be able to branch swing if she decides she's too bored with you. But if she wants to be with you, then this is what needs to be done. If she decides not to, it's just like Steve says, fine. Listen, you'll just continue to be friends with benefits, fuck buddies, or whatever you decide to do. No skin off your back. You're again, and Steve, you and I are lockstep on this. You're not putting a gun to anyone's head here when you set boundaries. Okay, all you're doing is informing her that her actions have consequences, some good, some bad. Which consequences what the consequence she wants to have is totally up to her. So when it really comes down to it, women can say, you're controlling. No, actually, I'm giving you the control. I'm allowing you to choose door number 1 or door number 2. And just like George Bruno just said in the chat, open the door. She has to walk through it. You're not going to pull her through. You're not going to put a gun to her head. These are choices. By the same token, if a woman is really into you and she respects you, she will adhere to those boundaries, even if she pushes back a little. And don't be alarmed if she pushes back, guys. This is a natural response, okay? You have to understand, today's women aren't used to men setting boundaries or showing them that they won't tolerate certain behaviors. But if she really likes you, she will get over those initial feelings of hesitation and respect you for having the balls to display masculinity on a level that she's not used to, but she happens to like a lot. Steve, why are guys afraid to set boundaries? Why are guys afraid to give women choices?
Because when you don't have options, and you don't know how to get women,
there it is.
You rather have half a woman than no woman at all. And a lot of guys will see, Donovan, again, they're setting boundaries, but they're setting grass-eating lion boundaries. They're not setting man boundaries. And what I mean is that I always talk about tolerance. They got high tolerance and low tolerance, meaning that, sure, with some things they will be steadfast on, but other things where the problem is they give wiggle room, meaning that, okay, I don't you're not going. They're going. You know, one day they'll be like, okay, well, I see what Donovan and Steve are saying. I'm gonna tell my woman, well, you can't go out with your. I don't want my woman to go out to the club with her girlfriends. And then she's like, okay, then no sex. Well, what I really meant was, what I was really saying was, what I was really thinking was, you can go out, you know, you just gotta
just don't suck nobody dick, right?
Don't talk to anybody. You stand in the corner in the dark, in that corner, and behave yourself. Well, why are you trying to control me? And see, that's the problem. A lot of guys feel like they have to give in to a woman, or again, because Donovan, a lot of young men don't get women, and sometimes when they get one woman, they're so happy that they feel like, okay, I don't want to lose this person. It's been so long since I had a girlfriend. It's been so long since I had sex with somebody, and I don't want to, hey, Donovan, rock the boat. Right. I don't want to rock the boat. Right. So instead of rocking the boat, I'm going to try. See, the worst thing you can do, Donovan, is shit test a woman when you're not really going to stand by the shit that you're going to hit her with. Because this is not even a test. Because you're saying don't go to the club. And she's like this, crossing her arms. Or else what? Well, if you go to the club, it's over. And she's going to be like, she's going to look at her file. She's going to look at her paperwork and say, hey, this cupcake don't even have any women. All right, let me test that shit test. So you mean to tell me if I go to the club with my girlfriends and see other dicks, you're leaving me? You damn right, girl, it's over. You know what she's going to do? Bye.
Bye.
She's going to go right to the club. And as soon as she walk out the door, she's grabbing her phone saying 3, 2, 1. Why are you going to the club? And where are you going and all this?
Why are you acting like this?
Right down. Why are you acting like this? And all she's saying is this fucking bitch. This is why I'm going to the club, because I'm looking for your replacement.
And here's the thing, Steve. And you understand this, but where most men don't understand, you lost the minute you called her up, right? Okay, so you said, all right, if you go to the club, we're finished, right? So she goes to the club. Well, if you stand pat, then that's all there is to it. You guys are done. But as soon as you pick up that phone, irregardless of what you say to her, she knows that you were not about to stand behind what you just said in the first place. And again, you don't have to tell her, listen, if you go to the club, it's over. Hey, Donovan, I'm going to the club with my girls. Oh, you are? Well, yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's that. We had a good time. Wait, what are you talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about? Well, we're not. Listen, I told you I'm not going to be in a relationship with a woman, and this is when you take her out of your mouth, right? And this is a little psychological action here. I told you that I'm not going to be in a relationship with a woman. Don't say you with a woman. So now I'm not going to be in a relationship with a woman who goes to the club every Friday or Saturday night. Oh my God, you're so insecure and da-da-da-da-da. Listen, you can call it whatever you want. Those are my requirements. So you're telling me I can't go to the club? You can do whatever you want. But what I'm telling you is that if you go to the club, listen, it's been fun. We're done. Like, for real, that's it. If I go to the club, sweetie, I didn't stutter. Like, listen, I'm not mad at you. If you want to go to the club, shake your ass. Cool, man. Like, I'm not here to tell you what to do and what you can't do, but I'm not going to be in a relationship with a woman who goes to the club. So tell me, what kind of woman are you? And now she has a decision to make. This is how you frame that. Right? That's exactly how you frame that. You're not giving her an ultimatum. You are giving her a choice. And like I said earlier, the only time a woman characterizes a choice as an ultimatum is when she doesn't like her choices.
Donovan, and when she is like trying to do it to a real man, she'll walk out that door. She'll go 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Let me wait. That's 5, 4.
Wait, is my battery low? Like, is my ringer on?
Is your turn off reset? The whole time she's out, she's having fun.
She over there at the club, and guess what? She's checking that phone every 5 minutes, right?
But then she started to send you what are you doing? I'm busy. Well, what bitch are you with? And see, that's when
a bitch that's not at the club.
Right. There you go. A bitch that's not at the club. Yeah, I mean.
It's also important to understand, guys, is that as far as setting boundaries goes, one size doesn't fit all. Setting boundaries isn't a one size fits all. Setting boundaries, and I think, Steve, you can probably attest to this. And if you want to push back, if you want to disagree on certain elements, I'd like to get a little bit of feedback, because we think alike, but we're very different people. Let me know what you think about this, right? So to me, it depends upon the girl, the situation, your value, your frame, your delivery, the time. There's so many mitigating factors that it's impossible to go over each and every situation and circumstance one by one, right? This is why it's important to take your time here and really, really get to know who you're dealing with. Get to know the girl. That way, when you do start setting boundaries, you'll know who you're dealing with and you'll be able to proceed accordingly. And you have to understand this, Steve. And listen, you've been with many women. I know you can understand this. Different girls respond in different ways to different men. Some girls respond to assertive boundaries. Some girls respond to aggression. Most girls respond to both, depending upon the situation, circumstance, time of the month. But no woman, Steve, no woman responds to passive boundaries. Hey, do you mind not doing that? Because I don't want to be with a woman who don't do that. Could you do that for me, please? She'll be like, the fuck you talking to? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, for me, I am a one size fits all, because like when I was learning at 9 years old from my mentor, he explained about the company out there. The company does not show me a company that adjusts.
Ooh, it's a good way to look at it.
Person out there, and I'll show you a company that's failing. The bottom line is this. The company has the mission statement, the legacy statement, the motto, and what they live by. You have a choice and an option. You're going to follow. Now, again, and I'm talking about more foundational things.
No, I'm with you. I understand that. Yep.
And what I'm talking about is this. I'm drama free. Don't bring any drama into my life or you're gone. Number one.
That's it. Right.
But what a lot of guys don't understand, and what I've been taught and what I teach is, see, where the guys go wrong is they go from meeting the woman all the way through the relationship with just one set of boundaries and standards. What I have learned and what I teach and what I want guys to understand is I break down the relationships in different phases. There's the meeting and dating phase, which has its own set of laws, rules, and codes. There is the relationship phase, own laws, rules, set of codes. There is the moving together phase, all different. The engagement phase different, and the marriage phase, because the higher you go up and the closer you are, like Smeagol on the Lord of the Rings, to get it's got to be hard for her to get your last name, meaning that when we're just meeting and dating phase, Donovan, look, all I'm about is disrespect at that point, because we're kind of sparring. We don't know each other.
Sure, right. You got to feel each other out.
You got to see, right. Now, we get into a relationship. At that point, you are beginning, not are, but beginning to be a representation of my last name.
There you go.
So with that being said, my first thing, and again, I'm not insecure or whatever, I don't do the male friends. I just
no.
Unless his name is Twan, he's got two hair. He's like, hey,
or Travis.
Right, Travis. I'm Travis. Hi, girl. You know, he's okay. But I don't do that, because my thing is, you're not putting my business out on the street. Number one, I don't believe in that. Number two, I believe that I always ask the question, what are those guys giving you that I'm not? Because if they're giving you something that I'm not, then you don't need to be with me. That's just how I feel. But that's just the relationship phase. But the thing is, I have a set of expectations for everyone. And here's the thing, Donovan, we don't have to agree on all of them, but I do it like school. We got to at least do 70%. You got to be at least a C. Anything other than 70%, we are going to do this simply, Donovan, is fall back. And most guys, they go forward. That's where they go wrong. They get with somebody, they don't agree, they don't connect, they're not compatible, but yet they push on forward through the relationship.
Right.
Me, if we cannot hit 70% of not your expectations, my expectations. And here's the thing: I'm not a dictator. I will allow you to tell me your expectations. But at the end of the day, I'm making the final decision.
That's right. Listen, you can tell me whatever you want, but I'm the one, right? I'm the judge, the jury. So listen, I'll let you have your say, counselor, but I'm the one with the gavel. Like that's what this comes down to. By the way, don't hate on Smeagol, man. Listen, there are a lot of Smeagol looking motherfuckers out here, man. They need the game too, Steve. Don't hate on Smeagol. As far as male friends are concerned, so your girl is gonna hit you with, why can't I have male friends? You can have male friends, but you just told me I couldn't. No, I said, if you have male friends, then you and I can't be in a relationship. Well, that's like saying I can't have male friends. No, it's not. You can do whatever it is you want to do. This feels like an ultimatum. Sweetie, you can have male friends. Can I still be your girlfriend? No. Oh my God. You see how listen, it's a coquettish game of tug of war. Again, you're not putting a gun to anybody's head, man. That's what this comes down to. You can be a totalitarian dictator and never have to raise your voice, not one time. Now, listen, I'm a guy who gets loud, right? When Devin crosses the line, when she gets out of line, I have to put her back in line. But when it comes to setting boundaries and expectations, it's all done very calmly. It's all done very smoothly. That's to me, that's all there is to it. Devin's one guy friend, his name is Travis, and he is her hairdresser, and he is extremely gay. So yes, if his name is Twan, like Freelance Ronan just pointed out, Blaine Edwards, and then of course there's Antoine Merriweather from In Living Color. Steve, I know you probably remember that. Yes, welcome to Men on Film. Let's talk about the ways the ways you can set boundaries. And to me, Steve, there are two main ways. The two main ways. Oh, this guy. Okay, so this guy, Andre Frebakin, blah, 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 blah. Andre, listen, man. Listen, I respect your opinion. And dudes, there are niggas out here who do fake being gay to try to smash. I can assure you, bruh, Travis is extremely gay. Okay? Me a break with that. Listen, I'm glad Andre's watching, but he's the kind of guy who is always looking for the outlier situation to disagree, right? He wants to point out, okay, there are dudes who act like they're gay to smash. Really? Like, are there really that many dudes acting gay to smash? Because, I mean, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. Women are not attracted to men who act like they're gay. Am I wrong about that?
No. You're
okay, so Andre, please, like, listen. I respect you. You're a fellow Pennsylvanian. You use the word the John. That's cool, man. But dude, come on, like, come on in here, suck up the education. Don't tell me, well, he could have a 9-inch dick. Yeah, but he doesn't, right?
Well, here's the thing I just want to say to Andre is that this is what this show is about, to help those who may not have women, those who have women, and those who are in relationships that are having problems. So this stretches out far beyond what you're saying, big dog. So sit back, relax, and soak up the information.
He's got a good head on his shoulders. And I'll tell you what, Andre represents a sector of men who are what they call black-pilled. And I don't really know what black-pilled means. As far as I know, Steve, it means it's basically like an elevated version of MGTOW. Black-pilled men are only out here to smash. I mean, please, chat, educate me. The black pill means you're just out here to smash hoes. You're not interested in relationships of any kind with women, or you're just not going to pursue women. Somebody let me know.
So is he coming from a black pill perspective?
I think the term black pill means that you are extreme hardcore red pill. Like, you're here to smash and pass. Well, you're not into loving these hoes. You're not worried about relationships or nothing.
See, let me tell you something that he has never experienced, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him, but this is where I'm gonna squash this thing.
Tough love.
See, with a lot of you guys who don't get pussy and don't have options, y'all don't understand how things work on the other side of the street. See, everything that you're probably saying, yeah, it's because you got a world that's flat thinking and you never had options before. Because when you have women that really want to be with you, it's crazy that, you know what? They begin to do this weird thing that you don't even have to ask them to do. They begin to tell you their schedule. And not only tell you their schedule, they will take selfies and videos just to let you know where they're at and what they're doing at all times. And you don't even have to ask them for that information. Matter of fact, they will even go as far as, if you need my Instagram password, my Facebook password, or my Twitter account password, it is all yours, because I want to show you that I'm not cheating. I'm not messing around with anybody, because I don't want to lose you. Key word. I don't want to lose you. See, this young man that's saying all this stuff, I understand you might get some women, but your problem is your level of game is not up to where we're at. I don't go after women. I don't try to fuck women. I want them motherfuckers to come to me. And that's what you don't understand. This game is deeper than what you're saying. You're
smash and pass, right?
Yeah, you've been worried about Travis and smashing and passing. Go ahead and smash and pass. But you know what? I'm not even trying to smash, because you know what? I'm already smashing mentally when I talk to her. That's how deep this thing is. So if you sitting around talking about smashing and passing, that shows your level of game, because you know what? The game was never about pussy in the first.
That's right,
man.
That's right.
So get that shit right, dog. Come on.
Listen, the reason I say this is he says niggas, I guess that's the N-word, gotta be black pill. It's the only way, fam. Don't be begging these Johns, right? So basically, he's saying the black pill is the only way. I looked it up. According to Urban Dictionary, and again, this is just the top definition for black pill, they use it in a sentence. Because of a bad breakup, Stephen black pilled himself into believing that all women would cheat on him no matter what. So basically, the black pill is assuming that all women are evil and that all women will screw you over. And the caveat to that is that the black pill philosophy doesn't really own up to is that's absolutely correct. But all women will only misbehave if they are allowed to misbehave, right? Like, listen, Steven, the guy who got black pilled, Steven will get cheated on all day long. If Devin were with a guy like Steven, of course she would cheat on him. She's not cheating on a guy like me, right? Your woman, look, women are like water. They take the shape of the container they're put in. If you don't guide your woman, if you don't give her structure, if you don't give her boundaries, of course she's going to walk all over you. So anybody who says that I'm black pilled, it's the only way to go, what you're really sort of indirectly telling me, correct me if I'm wrong here, Andre, what you're telling me is that you are either incapable or unwilling to put in the work necessary to keep a woman in line. And if that's you, listen, I'm not mad at you. Keeping a woman in line is very, very difficult, but don't pretend that you would if you could. So you don't. No. This is a choice that you've made. And if that's the choice you've made, I'm not mad at you. But don't come at us and try to be on your moral high ground as though it is somehow more difficult to be black pilled than it is to be red pilled. Because I'm going to tell you what, anybody can be Captain fucking Red Pill when there's no feelings involved. Anybody can be Mr. fucking hotshot red pill guy when you don't live with the girl. Anybody can be Captain Red Pill when they're banging 5 or 6 chicks. What happens when you catch feelings for a girl? What happens if you actually move in with a girl? What happens, Steve, if you actually marry the girl? That's where the game begins, right? Yeah. So again, listen, I'm not mad at anyone who says, listen, man, I'm not going to trust these hoes. I'm not going to do this. Listen, that's all well and good, but you don't have to tell me that. Like, I'm well aware of what's going on. Check this out. He says black pill, Andre says black pill is about looks, not game. These young chicks are not interested in game no more. It's looks, status, money. A mouthpiece won't get you laid no more. Sorry, my opinion. Your opinion is wrong, my friend. This is a man, Steve, and I'm going to let you get him in a second. This is a man, Steve. Andre, you need to get off of Instagram, bruh. You need to get off of Facebook. The reason why you think women only look for money, status, and game is because on a screen, that's all that matters. Okay? Turn off the phone, walk outside the door, and actually talk to women in the street. You will find out very quickly that game does matter. That's what it comes down to. He says, I don't have social media. That's bullshit. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the view that you have. Like, come on, man. Like, listen, this is tough love. If you want us to keep it real with you, you got to keep it real with us. You absolutely do have social media. How else did you find this YouTube channel?
You know what, Donovan? This comes down to a few things. The first thing it comes down to, unfortunately, for young men like that, you got to understand, and I always tell you guys, look at mommy. Mommy is unaccountable, irresponsible. She blames and she's a victim. And what are you seeing in that man's statements? It's mommy. Right. It's the feminine side of him.
And then he lied. As soon as I told him get off social media, I don't have social media. Dude, that's bullshit. Everybody has social media. Come on, get out of here.
It's the feminine side of him that's acting like mommy. And it's no knock on you, young man, because a lot of you guys were raised by single moms and you had single women teachers and you've always been guided by women. But for a lot of you guys out there, it's hard to swallow a pill forcing you to look at yourself as the problem and not the woman as the problem. What you're doing is you're boasting your emotional anger and not looking at logic, because it's odd that Donovan, myself, and other men like us, we don't point the finger, blame, or make excuses or make it about money, cars, and all that other stuff like you guys are doing, or excuse me, like you're doing, young man. And it's no, listen, I'm not knocking you, but this is the thing. If you're worried about looks, go to the car lot, the lemon lot, and go ahead and buy that nice looking car that's all shiny that has broken parts on the inside. Again, young man, your biggest problem is you got the mommy's umbilical cord attached to you, number one. You're blind to understanding, and I keep telling you, the game is not about looks. The game is not about pussy. The game is not even about women. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're looking at something in the I guess y'all call it a lens, in the wrong thing. You don't have social media, but how is it that you're on YouTube?
Exactly.
How is it that you're sitting around here? Uh, how did you learn about, I guess, that black pill? I'm from the old schools.
Listen, I know how he learned about the black pill. He learned about the black pill the same way we all learned about women. He got his heart broken. He got burned. He had to come to some harsh realities, and he has decided that by virtue of not worrying about pussy at all, he doesn't know that he has indirectly put the pussy on a pedestal, because he says right here, he says, I'm saying having a mouthpiece isn't enough. You don't agree. I'm listening. No, listen, man. Game trumps all. Listen, Mr. Andre, whatever your name is, dude, go on the internet. Google, Yahoo. There are scores of men who don't have two nickels to rub together, steady smashing 8s, 9s, and 10s. Then you got guys who make 6, 7 worth 8 figures, get cheated on and run around on all the time. Why? Because game matters. Now, looks and money, let's not pretend that it doesn't get you more opportunities with women, but guess what? What you do with those opportunities is the difference between game and not game. Oh man, that guy's got girls flocking to him all the time. He's got game. No, he's got looks, money, and status. Let's find out what happens after he gets that opportunity. Looks, money, and status get you more opportunity, right? But if you don't have the game, if you don't have that mouthpiece, and let's spell like an adult, by the way, right? If you don't have a strong working knowledge of female nature, then you're not going to be successful with women, no matter how good you look or how much money you have. Somebody time him out. He says this game is a waste of time. Then get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Listen, he said I'm not going to be ignorant. No, you're no. You're out of here. You're out of here. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to go back and forth with some ignorant ass nigga in here acting like he knows more than we do. Bro, you're 20. Listen, bro, you're 21 years old, man. And listen, you want to know something, man? I used to be you once, so I'm going to give you a piece of advice, right? Congratulations. You have a chance to change your life. Right now, you are at a crossroads. You are a young guy. You have a choice. You can either continue to believe the same bullshit ass notion that you've been preaching yourself because some girl shot you down, because some girl hurt your little feelings. You can continue to lie to yourself and lie to others and say, well, I came from a 2-parent home. I was raised in middle America and the game is still fun. Listen, you can continue to tell yourself that, or you can be honest with yourself, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself harsh truths so that you can grow, instead of coming in here and telling us that we are archaic and that the game doesn't matter. Because if the game didn't matter, then what are you doing in here, right? Like that's all I'm saying.
Donovan, I want to give an example of the power of a mouthpiece, because see, a lot of guys like him, they need to hear examples. And I think that's a problem. They're going around following all these guys out there that are trying to push up a narrative, these false prophets, and they're not showing them what it's like. What is it like on the other side when you have a mouthpiece? Donovan, let me just play this to give them an example. Because one thing about the Red Man and the 21 and all these guys that are real, we show you examples. We don't just say things just because it's the flavor of the month. This is an example of having a mouthpiece.
I really appreciate who you are. I'm so glad I met you. Really, really. I really am. You kind of changed my day. The days that I've even talked to you, you've actually changed them, and that's, I don't know, just amazing. But I want to let you know that I just want to thank you for today. Thank you so much. You don't know how you really brightened my day, and I don't know how to express it, but I just want to say thank you. And you might not hear from me for the rest of the night because of where I'm going. I would never want to disrespect anyone by messaging someone else in front of them. That's not me.
All right, stop right there. See that? Stop right there. But so it's all about receipts. See, this is what I'm talking about, Donovan. Guys don't understand that what we telling you is game. See, they don't understand that this is the results of having a mouthpiece. And your mouthpiece doesn't mean your mouth. It could be your fingertips by texting her, messaging her, sending her emails. See, a lot of guys out there, Donovan, don't understand the true meaning of the game and getting results. This guy's never had a woman say that to what you just heard right there, Donovan. He's never had a woman say that in his life, dog.
And you want to know something? Listen, I'm not going to be too hard on the young brother because he's young, right? Like, we were all young once. We all had sort of a fucked up idea about the way women really were, and we had to learn the hard way to get where we are. But Steve, you're in your mid 40s. I'll be 42 next month, man.
Shit,
right?
Late 40s, late.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like this kid is 20, 21 years old. Probably, I don't know. He's a millennial. He's probably even younger than that. And he's trying to tell us that the game is archaic. No, yes, the game is archaic. You see, Andre, people don't change, man. The game doesn't change. Women are always going to respond to certain brands of masculinity, whether it's on social media, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's out in the street. So if you're a guy who endorses or buys into the whole, all that looks is money, looks, and status, then again, put away your phone, get off of social media, and go live life. Go out and talk to women. Just go out and just go out and commingle with women. You will see that if you have a strong mouthpiece, if you have strong game, if you have that confident masculinity, when you're talking to a girl and her vagina starts to get wet, the last thing on her mind is your net worth. The last thing on her mind is whether or not you're 6'2" or 6'5". The last thing on her mind is, I wonder if this guy's a YouTube superstar, or if I wonder if he's a celebrity. When you have that game, everything else just kind of fades to the background. You know, that's the power of game, man.
You know what, Donovan? The reason why he won't do it, and a lot of guys don't do it, and a lot of guys are mad and angry and emotional, is like we always say, Donovan, it's not just a fear of failure. A lot of these guys have that fear of success because they're like, if I do get that woman, what will I do next? What do I say next? Right. You know, they go on YouTube, and these YouTubers are telling these guys, when you meet a woman, ready for this, Donovan? When you meet a woman, wait 5 days, wait 2 weeks to get in touch with her. And I say, dude, let's go back to nature for a second. Don't be a lion that captures a zebra and is like, you know what? Miss, I already caught the zebra. The zebra's dead on the floor in the middle of the Serengeti. And lion's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and walk away for 2 weeks. And by the time I get back, that zebra's still going to be in the same place. They don't understand.
They don't get it.
He who waits masturbates, sir.
George Bruno says, focus 100% on pursuing excellence, and it starts with making itself known to you. You will always have options. That's what this comes down to. And it's funny. Every so often, we always come back to this topic, is when you live the quote-unquote red pill life long enough. And by the way, game is just sort of, it's shorthand for knowing how to talk to women. Game is shorthand for building sexual attraction with the way you talk to a woman. But because building sexual attraction, because, you know, by the way you talk to a woman has 78 syllables, we use the word game, right? Is there any such thing as an alpha male? I don't know. Alpha is shorthand for a man who is masculine, who garners the sexual attention of women. Right? Like a beta male is someone who does it. But because those have so many syllables, we tend to just use the words alpha and beta. So we're just going to use the word game here.
Yeah.
What it comes down to, Steve, is that if you've lived this red pill life long enough, something happens in the middle. You say, holy shit, game is not really about women at all. Game is, or women are merely a side effect to living the red pill life. And any man who decides that he wants to go MGTOW or have a relationship with a sex doll or black pill himself because he thinks that all that matters is looks, money, and game, and that all women are going to cheat on you, again, you have indirectly put the pussy on a pedestal, and you have told the world that you are no longer willing to make the adjustments or evolve the way. See, the game, women have evolved on the outside, but they haven't evolved up here. They have not evolved up here. Listen, man, women have different stimuli. There's different ways for women to get attention. But guess what, Steve? Women respond to the same masculine cues as they did 2,000 years ago. It might be on Instagram. It might be on Twitter. It might be. Listen, the avenues might not. The avenues might be a little bit different. The game is the same. What say you?
Yeah, a lot of guys understand. I always talk about women as groupies, as musicians.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand that. And when I say game, I don't want people to think it's just for black people, because it's not for black people, because you had white gangsters, Japanese Yakuza bosses.
Oh, yeah.
You had lots of powerful men. But what y'all guys don't understand is when women want to be with a powerful man, they put themselves in a situation where the guy notices them. They move themselves in their view. We're not looking for women. We're too busy working on us. But if we see something that we like, we're going to talk to her.
There you go.
And if she says no, we're going to be fine with it. And if she says yes, we don't care, because that's just what it is. And if she says maybe, so what? We don't care, because she is nothing but a perk until I say she has value. She is just like every woman out there. There is nothing special about her until I say you're special, until you earn it. You bend over backwards, you slay the Minotaur, and you bring it to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, not to get sex from me, guys, but to get my time. When you are thinking like that, you throw her off kilter, because 98% of the grass-eating lions out there are making it about sex. They're falling right into her hands when you make it about sex. But when you make it about your time, then she starts to realize only guys that have women, that sleep with a lot of women, that have options, they don't make it about the pussy. Because what y'all guys understand is, now I'm going to use my dog, Ace Boom Coom, George, motherfucking White Chocolate Bruno. I'm using my dog right there. Yeah. A lot of people want to yak about George. Man, George is like, why do y'all think I tell y'all George is smoother than the other side of the pillow? Because see, when you
George is smooth, bro.
When you have women and you can get women, you don't have to boast about getting women, because you smell your own. Donovan, when I met Donovan, I knew Donovan could get women. Alan Roger Curry could get women.
Right.
George can get women. But you don't brag about something that you get automatically when, hey, not physical, Donovan. This is what these guys understand. We get pussy when we meet them because we're mind fucking them from the jump.
There you go.
It's already started. I've already unzipped my pants mentally and took it out mentally.
I love it.
So why do I need to go after something I'm going to eventually get? Donovan, I don't ask for the selfie or the nude photo. They just send it to you. You don't even ask for it. They send you titty, ass, and pictures. You don't even ask for it.
Don't even ask for it, bro.
Don't even ask for it. Why? Because they know a man that has options is never making it about pussy, sir.
When people say that game doesn't matter, this whole game thing is antiquated and archaic and all this other kind of stuff. Again, game is shorthand for knowing how to talk to women. Guess what? There is nothing archaic about knowing how to talk to women in a way that expresses your sexual interest in her without signaling thirst, right? If you can talk to a woman that signals your sexual interest without signaling desperation, right? And if you can build that sexual attraction, all of that in a nutshell is called game. There's nothing archaic about that. That is something that has been done since the dawn of time and will continue to be done until the end of time. There's nothing. Listen, there's nothing magical about it. Game isn't a cheat code, and this is what a lot of black pill guys get incorrect. Well, this game doesn't work. Well, no, it doesn't work because you think game is the cheat code. You think game is the magic one. It doesn't work that way. Men who try to use game just to try to get women are looking for that shortcut. They're looking for that cheat code. They want to get the pussy without self-improvement. They want to get the pussy, want to get all the women without having their shit in line. That's why they say, well, I'm going to learn game. I can't tell you, Steve, how many guys email me, Donovan, I want a rotation of 5 or 6 hot women. I'm 350 pounds. I live with my parents. I don't have a job. I don't have a car, but I want to know how to get hot women. What? Are you kidding me with that? Like, that's a guy that's looking for the cheat code. And then when he thinks he has the cheat code and then it doesn't work, then he wants to come into our chat section talking about, well, the game doesn't matter. Really, Andre? The game is archaic? No, game is not archaic. You are archaic because you have failed to evolve. Men who fail to evolve in terms of building sexual attraction with today's women, you are archaic. Listen, the game has stood the test of time. You can call it game, you can call it you can call it whatever you want. Being able to build sexual attraction with a woman verbally, that's always going to work, my friend. Just because you tried it and it didn't work because you thought it would work like the cheat code, that doesn't mean it's archaic, bruh. You need to go back to the drawing board, look in the mirror, okay? Understand and accept some hard truths about yourself, improve yourself, and then come and talk to me.
You know, Donovan, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I
don't want to. He's a young brother, man. I just, you know.
No, I know. I'm about to tell him and everybody something that I don't know. Maybe there was a memo that y'all got, or maybe you missed the memo. Like when they have those pill commercials and the ladies like, well, I'm this and I took this pill, and then at the end they're like, I think they missed a because let me tell y'all something what that means with a woman. Y'all don't understand this. Women love sex.
Yes.
Women love dick. Women masturbate 3-4 times a day. They are horny and they are hot. But let me tell you something. This is what y'all understand. When she meets you, there's something inside her that says, you know what? I could suck his dick. I could probably fuck that guy.
Yep.
I could probably give that guy a blowjob right now. But they say to themselves, I'm going to wait to see him talk himself out the pussy.
Woo!
I'm going to wait to see him do some stupid sidebar shit to talk himself out. Here's the thing, guys. Women want to fuck you, but here's y'all's problem.
Oh, my God.
Most of you guys are judgmental, meaning that gave you the pussy like you wanted. First thing you're going to be is like,
I can't believe you did that shit.
I can't believe you're such a slut. You're a whore and you're nasty. And I can't believe you would just fuck somebody. Half of you motherfuckers would take her photo and put her business out on the street, putting all her photos on the internet. And the third part of you, y'all are like with judgmental and all this other stuff. Why would she want to fuck somebody who is like, oh my God, why would you want to take some candle wax and put it on your nipple? I mean, why would you do something like that? That is disgusting.
And then dudes steady jerk off to the same stuff on porn, but then they want to judge the women for doing it. Like, what? What are you doing?
That's why they don't want to fuck y'all guys, because they know if they gave you the pussy, you guys will automatically judge them, talk about them, and put their business on the street. Believe me. When you on Monday morning, not Monday morning, Monday afternoon, when you're in rush hour traffic, take a moment and look to your right and look to your left. You think she bobbing her head to some fucking music on TV?
Hell no.
You don't know what she's doing underneath that car thing, because they play with their pussies all
the time.
Donovan.
Man, listen, women, and listen, do not get it twisted. Women out here, they want dick all the time. Even when they're on their period, they want it. Okay, so don't let a woman tell you, well, I'm really not that sexual. The reason why she told you she's not that sexual, because when you were talking to her, you're talking some shit about some other girl. Yeah, I heard one of my homeboys took this girl out and he fucked her in the ass. Like, that's some nasty shit. Like, I heard she like sucked his dick and like he gave her a dirty Sanchez and he busted all on her face. Ooh, he put his dick on her forehead. That's nasty. And then when it comes time for you to smash, he's like, well, I'm really not that sexual a person. Bruh, she wants you to put she wants you to put your dick on her forehead, but guess what? You talk shit about dick on the forehead, so she didn't want to do that for you. Dude, too many men are shooting themselves in the foot like this.
Real quick, I want to say this, Donovan. Y'all guys understand women at work. Guys, think about this. I'm gonna flip it with y'all guys.
Uh-oh.
How many times have y'all been at y'all job or a party or get together and all y'all talking about is bitches, titties, and a woman sucking dick? And then Jill comes in and be like, hey, Jill, how's your day going? Well, guess what they do? You don't think they talking about sucking dick, how many balls they lick, how much dick they had on their forehead? And then you come by and they be like, well, I can't believe Victor did that on Jack on this Young and the Restless. Yeah, girl, I can't believe they did that either. And then when y'all walk away like,
that's the same shit.
I sucked all his dick, girl. I got all his balls in my mouth.
Salty balls and everything.
When I he drunk pineapple, girl. Good job. Oh, man, when he was smacking my ass and spreading my ass cheek. Oh, here he comes. Well, yeah, I can't believe that Jack finally told the baby was missing on the TV show, girl. Yeah,
and that Nikki had cheated on him with Victor.
Yes. And I'm going to go knit and weave when I get home. Oh, he's gone? Oh, yeah, girl. When he put his foot in my ass cheeks and pulled my hair and told me to shut up. Oh, my God, girls.
Oh, shit.
That's how they talk, dude.
And by the way, for those of y'all that missed that little nugget of game, Steve, y'all missed a little nugget of game. He said, rip, and he drank that pineapple. Gentlemen, listen up and listen good. If you want your girl to swallow your semen, drink pineapple juice or eat pineapple. That's why you said that. Am I wrong, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because
pineapple juice or pineapple. That makes your semen taste a little bit better.
A little bit tastier for them, and that's what they would do. But they're always talking. Guys, they are, this is going to shock them. They talk about sex more than we
do. Yeah. And not only do they talk about sex more than we do, Steve, they get down to the nitty gritty. They talk about it in such details. They talk about the wrinkles on your balls. Like, this is how detailed they get with it.
Yeah, or Donovan, you know what? Instead of trying a cucumber today, why don't you go to the dollar store and get this hairbrush and put that in your pussy? Because this is what you want. They are... Guys, man,
these bitches are nasty out here.
When you see her walking around in those nice glasses and looking all professional and all that other shit, dude, they are filthier and nastier than us. It's just that they thinking this.
They need permission.
Right. But here's the thing, Donovan. What is the benefit or the return on the investment that she's going to get from the guy that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing? Because she's like, you know what? I see Junior in the mailroom. You know what? I'm gonna go down there, girl, and I'm gonna pull my shirt down a little bit so I hope he takes that. I hope he bites the bait. And then she goes down there and be like,
I suck his dick right then and there. Watch me.
All he gotta do, I'll take him up into that floor, that business floor that nobody's on, floor, and I'll suck his dick and let me. Oh, I can't wait, girl. Then go down and see me like, well, hey, what you do for a living in? When was your last boyfriend, and what you like? And her pussy just drying up.
Just dries up. Hey, your shirt is buttoned too low. I think you got your button too low. Go ahead and button that up for me, girl. Yeah, appreciate that. Hey, unbelievable.
If y'all notice real quick on Friday, if you ever see your girl after lunch straighten up her skirt and shit,
yes, sir.
Up on the 12th floor.
Bruh. Listen, man, check this out. You know how many lunch date fucks I've had? Dude, when I worked at call centers, I was fucking bitches at lunchtime. When I had my real estate when I had my rental properties and I was fucking married bitches, guess what? I'd fuck them at lunchtime, 12, 1 o'clock. Guess what? They're skirting down that. Dude, some bitches going to work, shirt inside out, bra strap all out, hair all fucked up. I'm like, Tracy, your hair, boo. You're gonna tell on yourself.
Oh, hey, meet me in the stairwell. Meet me in the bathroom up on the 12th floor.
On the 12th floor, yep.
In the car. Meet me somewhere. I just need some of that.
Hey, by the way, listen, Larry's out of town and he didn't lock his office. I'll meet you there at lunch. Man, I'm trying to tell you, these bitches are freaky, man.
Yes, they freaky all the time, but that's what y'all so busy complaining about stuff. It's right in front of you. These women, everything. Here's the thing, Donovan. Everything that you see in porn, ask yourself this weird question.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How is it that when you watching all that weird stuff in porn, there's always fine, beautiful women doing the nastiest, heinous shit
Unbelievable
you've ever seen in the world, and you like, wait a second. Think about, look, women will do just about all that shit you see in porn, they will do, but
in real life, guys, they will do this in real life. But by the way, newsflash, porn stars aren't the only women that do porn star shit. I'm trying to tell you. They're just the ones bold enough to do it on camera and get paid for it.
Yes, and these women will do that with
all day.
The key word is not open says me, it is M-A-N. That's what opens up the box.
And after you're done, she's gonna meet up with her girlfriends at her cubicle. Oh my God, you know what that nigga Donovan just did to me down in the parking lot? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna need a diaper.
Yeah,
right? Like they get all like they tell, and by the way, don't get laid where you get paid. I'm just telling you how it goes. Right.
Yeah, you don't get laid, you get paid. But hey guys. They talking about the whole girl. When he pulled my hair, he pulled it towards Venus and Jupiter, girl.
Oh my God, I was looking at the stars, girl.
And when he smacked my ass, wait, girl, did he smack it with a good pop? Did he spray? Did he put your finger in your ass? How'd he do it, girl? Oh yeah, girl, he's so nasty, and I can't wait to see him again.
Girl, I can't even sit on the toilet. My ass stinks so goddamn bad. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Man, listen, we got way off track with that one. The point is, Andre, okay, is game trumps all, right? That's the point. You guys are listening to the 11th episode of the Redline. The phone lines are down tonight. I tried to dial into Blog Talk Radio. I couldn't get in. Steve tried it. Couldn't get in. So there's something going on with Blog Talk Radio. For those of you guys listening for the first time, we normally take phone calls on the air, but because neither one of us could get the phone lines to work, the phone lines are down. Let me bring it back to setting boundaries. Now, to me, Steve. Oh no. Listen. This is every once in a while. We do have to veer off and tell these young brothers like what's really going on here. We have to let them know. We have to let them know what's going on here. To me, Steve, and you can add to this if you want. To me, there are really two main ways to set boundaries. The first way is to verbally set boundaries. So, for example, if you're on a date, if you're on a first date with her and she is on her phone, you say, "Yeah, hey, put that away for me, would you?" Right? That is verbal. Then the second way is non-verbal boundaries. These are through your actions. These happen to be a little bit more effective. So, for example, let's say you guys agreed to meet up at 9:00. And she's late, but she didn't give you a heads up beforehand. Okay. Leave the venue, leave the place of the date at 9:00 and go dark for 24 hours. What this does is it shows her that you will not tolerate her wasting your time and you won't have to say a word. Trust me when I tell you she'll get the message. But Donovan, what if she just says fuck it and never calls you again? Then number one, she never really liked you that much to begin with. And number two, a woman who does not respect your time will not respect you. What say you, Steve?
This is very important, guys. Get your crayons out. Donovan, you are 1,000,000% right. I'm just going to add on to that ism you're spitting right here.
Let's do it.
What I'm saying to you guys is this. There are three phases when it comes to boundaries, and I'm connect with Donovan saying. The first phase is you got to set your boundary, gentlemen. You got to set you got to think of all the scenarios. And like you said, if she comes late or whatever, let's say they come late. All right, the come late boundary. That's what you got to set in your head. Then the second phase is what is the repercussion of when she fucks up the boundary?
There it is.
What is the repercussion of her actions? So if this is the boundary and she doesn't do what I expect her, what is the repercussions? And then this is the most important thing is the follow through, gentlemen. Because if you are setting a boundary and you're setting the repercussions and you don't follow through, you're just daydreaming and setting a fucking fantasy.
Boom.
Shit ain't gonna happen. So like Donovan said, I can't touch. Donovan said it perfectly. I'm just adding on to it. Set the boundary, the repercussion, and the follow through is the most important, because if you don't follow through the boundary and the repercussions,
You're finished.
Just finished, dog. Here's
another. I'm gonna give you guys 5 words. Actions speak louder than words, right? So you tell her, put that phone away for me, would you? You don't ever tell a woman what's going to happen if she crosses the line, if she crosses that boundary, right? You don't tell her, if you don't put away your phone, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. No, you never tell a woman what's going to happen if she doesn't do X, Y, Z. That's called an ultimatum. No, you give her a choice, and you give her a choice with your actions. Put that away for me, would you? Let's just say I'm the girl. Put that away for me, would you? Whatever. You don't own me. Yeah, check, please. Wait, are you serious? Don't say another word. You pay the check. Actually, half of that goes to her. She had two drinks. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and settle my tab. Listen, it was fun, and good luck to you. That's it. That's it. You set the boundary. You told her, you gave her a chance. Hey, put that away for me, would you? You didn't listen. You weren't rude to her. You didn't yell at her. You didn't cuss at her. You said, listen, put that away for me, would you? You were polite. You don't own me. Guess what? You don't tell her. You don't then tell her, listen, if you don't put away the phone, I'm going to get up and leave. No. She said, you don't own me. She's not going to put away the phone. I'm going to show you by getting up and leaving. Yeah. Here's something else, guys. And if you guys haven't heard anything I've told you tonight, you need to listen to this. If a female responds negatively to you establishing boundaries, and again, this is assuming that you are high value, you've got your shit together, move on to the next girl. Yes. Guys, there are way too many girls out here who are waiting for a man to take charge and give them boundaries to be dealing with these hard-headed bitches out here looking to prove that they're strong and independent, who will not be controlled by a man. Next the bitch and move on. She does not deserve you.
Yes. You know what, Donovan? I again, she picks her phone up. I'm gonna tell her, put the phone down. That's all I'm saying. You guys listen. Never, ever. Yeah, ever.
Oh, you stupid.
Never ask a woman why. Never ask her why she's doing what she's doing. You tell her ass, look, put that phone down. That's all. Just give her the command. If she gives you the attitude like Donovan says, if she holds the phone up like Donovan says, then guess what?
Don't trip.
Yep, don't trip. I'm moving to level 2. She did the thing. That's at level 2. Now it's time for follow through. Like Donovan said, check motherfucking please.
That's it.
Oh, you got it.
And don't be a dick about it. Just be like, hey, check please. Just be polite as you want. Well, where are you going? I'm going home.
Oh,
well,
but Donovan, it gets better. See, Donovan, let me show you how great it is about what you're saying, guys. And y'all, if y'all do follow through, because let's say you picked her up. You can either do the Uber and have her get her Uber
straight up.
Or here's the best part. Get in your car. She get in the car. You take her home and start dialing up to another motherfucker and say, I'm on my way. Whatever. Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
And by the time you get to the door and you pull up, she gonna be like, well, I didn't know it. I'm sorry, and I didn't mean it. And guess what, Donovan? You can get a little bit ahead because she's going to make it up to you. But you don't have to, guys. You don't have to give it because she's going to feel so bad, Donovan. She's going to be like, wait a second. Whoa. He doesn't have, I didn't know he had options. Hey, I thought he was just regular old grass-eating lion. Wow.
There you go. Right.
Options? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Can you mind coming in? Can we talk about it inside? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't know that. And then that's when they do it, Donovan. Well, I didn't know. I didn't understand, and I'm sorry. And I don't want to ruin our night. So, how about we do this? Can we just, hey, Don, ready? Can we start over?
You know what my answer to that would be? I asked you nicely, and you declined. So this is done. Hey, listen, I'm not upset with you. That listen, I'm sure you're a very nice girl, right? I'm not saying that you're a bit. Listen, we're just not. This just isn't going to happen. Listen, I asked you nicely, you declined. Hey, no problem. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. This just means that you're not for me. Have a nice night. Good luck to you. I simply, and again, now this is where you and I being different works for us in different ways. Now, Steve will take that and make up head. Ooh, can we start over? Steve's like, yeah, if you suck my dick, if you lick my balls, maybe. Right?
Wait, Dominic. Wait, Dominic. No. Remember, I'm not going after the bitch. I want her to come after me. So
Right.
How it works. I will say, see, I'm a smash, but I'm not. No. Here's the best thing about it. You send her on her way and you drive off. What she is going to do is she's going to call a
she's going to blow your phone up.
No, not blow my phone up. She's going to call her guy friend to talk about me.
Uh-oh.
What he does is going to make her want me to come back. Let me just give it real quick.
No, I'm with you.
He's going to call Grassy Line. You ain't going to believe what he did. I was with Donovan, and all I did was I was just on the phone texting. He told me no. Who does he think he is? And you know the grass ain't going to be? I don't think you should be with someone like him. He's an asshole. And I heard that he was with other women, and I heard that he was doing this, and he was doing that, and he put his dick on this other woman's head.
Oh, God.
I don't think you should be with Donovan. You know what? It's good, because you know what? You don't deserve someone like him, because all he is selfish, conceited, and cocky. And
he's a douchebag.
He's a fucking dude. Stay away from him. And you know what? You'll be like, you're right. I'm not. You know what? I'm just going to eat some ice cream and I'm going to watch some TV and I'm just going to go to bed. Click. And then she going to be calling you up.
Now she's blowing me up.
Yeah, calling you up. That's when she's like, you know what? I told you before and I'm not going to tell you again. Don't you ever do that again, because next time you do that, lose my number. Well, I didn't mean it. What you doing now? None. What's up? I know you're going over that bitch's house. Why don't you come over here? Why? Because I'm gonna make it up to you.
I have a better idea. Why don't you come over here?
Yeah, I mean,
right.
There's so many options here. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, listen, there are so many ways to go. There are so many ways to go about it. But at no point, Steve, did you ever break frame? Okay. At no point did you go back on your boundary. At no point did you ever chase her. Okay. By simply being a man and being steadfast in your belief system, women are going to be drawn to you. I'm telling you right now, if a woman, I'll say this again, if a woman responds negatively to that kind of masculinity, dude, she's not going to respect anybody anyway. Well, what if she gets up and leave if I do this and that? Bruh, you've dodged a bullet. You don't want to be around women who push back against masculinity. That's what black women do. Black women have this involuntary response that anytime a man shows a little bit of masculinity, shows a little bit of shows a little bit of backbone, they automatically push back. You don't need that in your life.
Right. I just want to say, what I need is a woman that's going to bring to my castle.
There you go.
What is she doing for my castle?
There you go. That's it. All right. Let's switch gears here. And we got about 15 minutes left in the show. And Steve, I want to talk about understanding the differences between boundaries and expectations. Now, what we just talked about are boundaries, right? Boundaries are behaviors we will not tolerate and have to be established from the beginning of the relationship. Oftentimes from your very first interaction, like texting on a date. Okay. There are things that don't really seem like a big deal on its face. But again, that red pill awareness that allows you to see that this could be a huge problem down the road if left unchecked. Here are boundaries that you will not allow her to cross. Texting with her ex, right? On the phone during a date or when she's at your place. Dude, when I had girls at my place and they pick up their phone, whoa, put that away. What? That's my phone. This is my house. But if you want to be on your phone, you can step outside. One girl's like, are you serious? I said, yeah, I'm serious. Well, I need to make a phone call. Do it outside. And she went outside, made the phone call, put her fucking phone away. I was deadly serious about this. Here's another boundary. The way she talks to you, her tone of voice, raising her voice, male friends, delayed texting, etc., etc. Now, expectations are exactly what they are. Expectations. Now, these are behaviors that you expect her to either engage in or refrain from in order to be in a relationship with you. Now, notice I said relationship. Okay. Boundaries are for every woman you are romantically, sexually involved with. Okay. This is one night stands, fuck buddies, friends with benefits, etc. Boundaries and expectations are for women you are in a relationship with. Setting expectations for fuck buddies or plates or casual hookups, that's ridiculous. The only thing that you should expect from these women is sex. That's all there is to it. Anyway, expectations are things you verbalize, and you never verbalize expectations until she angles for an exclusive relationship. When and if she does, and we'll go over this in a second, here are the expectations. Okay, here are the expectations that you're setting. You expect her never to avoid sex. You expect her never to go to bars or clubs. You expect her never to talk to other men in your presence when she's in public with you. You expect her to maintain her physical appearance. You are entitled. Listen, you're entitled to set boundaries because you're a man of high value. You're in good shape. You're well dressed. You got your shit together, etc. As a man in demand, you can set boundaries that women will take seriously because you have your shit together. Side note, and I talked about this earlier, if you don't have your shit together, you cannot expect women to respect your boundaries, Steve, right? Like if you don't have your shit together, you can't expect her to respect your boundaries. Same with expectations. Telling your girl to get into shape when you're a fat ass who doesn't like to lift, that's pointless. She's going to laugh and she's going to say, well, what about you, fat ass? But you're a 5%er. You're a man in demand, and you can set boundaries because you're a man in demand. You don't get to set boundaries because you have a dick and balls. You're not entitled respect from women because you're a man. We say women all the time. We say and I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but allow me to just be on my soapbox here for a second. We say all the time that women don't deserve the best men out here just because they're women. We say that they have to work for it, to be a woman of value, to bring something to the table other than blowjobs and vagina. Guess what, guys? The same rule applies to men. You cannot set boundaries or expectations if you ain't shit. Getting back to expectations, if you don't set boundaries from the start and enforce them consistently, your woman is going to walk all over you. You can set them in the beginning, but it is equally as important to consistently enforce them, because women will test you. They're going to push those boundaries, guys. This is a shit test. If you do not enforce those boundaries, she's not going to respect them. Another reason it's important to set boundaries, listen very closely, okay, is because if you don't set boundaries, you cannot set expectations when and if she angles for exclusivity. If you don't check a woman for texting her ex or playing on her phone during a date, what makes you think that she's going to adhere to your no going to the bar or clubs expectation later on if she wants to be your girlfriend? Okay, it's like a parent allowing their toddler to get away with acting like a brat, then trying to tighten the screws when they're teenagers. Not going to work. You must enforce boundaries early and consistently in order to voice your expectations later. Steve, what are your thoughts on all that?
To me, a boundary to me is what I call the outside world. That means that when you and I are together, this is what I expect. This is what you can and cannot do, so to speak.
Right.
But to me, I believe expectations have to come as soon as we start talking.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm trying to build a foundation. I'm trying to see if I'm not looking at the pussy I'm not looking at the sex.
That's a foregone conclusion, right?
That's a foregone conclusion. So I need to I need to see if you are worth my time first. And my expectations that I have are the ones of myself, just like the company. I expect you to treat me with the uttermost respect there is to treat somebody, even though we don't know each other. I expect you to be drama-free and don't bring drama into my life. I expect you to understand that you're going after my last name. You know, you have today is your lucky day. You have just met a man, and you may never meet one in your lifetime, but you met one. But my name is filled with expectations.
That's right.
And if you cannot even come close to see, I don't look at the boundaries yet because you haven't even hit the expectation mark. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not, listen, we just met, Donovan. You know what I mean? We just met.
Right.
But what are you bringing to the table that's more than your ass? And you do have to understand this. I'm not like all these other guys out here.
Oh, no, sir.
On eggshells, and I'm trying to impress you. You got to impress me by meeting my expectations. It's like I say, Donovan, it's just like the job. Job has expectations. You come in at this time, you take lunch at this time, and you leave at this time. And in between that, this is the work that you must do in order for your ass to stay with this company. And if you do it well, you get a raise.
There you go.
If you don't do it well, you'll get a reprimand. And if you continue on not doing it well, you're gone because you're replaceable. That's what I'm saying, Donovan. It's the same when every woman I meet, they're going to know my expectations from the beginning because you know why? Clear, concise, transparent, because I don't want to waste your time and you're damn sure ain't wasting mine, Donovan.
Wow. Listen, I couldn't have said it any better. It actually makes me think about and I talked a little bit about this on one of my makeshift, live streams this week outside the studio. I told another story. I told a story about about my mattress sales job, but I'm going to tell another story here just so guys can understand what we're really talking about here. I used to work for a company selling windows, doors, roofs, patio rooms, and all that other high dollar home improvement stuff, right? It's a company called Dixie Home Crafters. Damon Lindley, one of the two greatest salesmen I ever knew. He was the office supervisor. He is the best sales trainer in the world. Okay. And anyway, Damon told us that if a customer gets sticker shock when you tell them the price, it's because they don't have enough information, meaning you gave them the price too soon, right? If you tell them their new roof is going to be $30,000 right when you walk in the house, they're going to tell you to get the fuck out. But if you take your time, you give the customer all the features and benefits, answer their questions, address their concerns, and build value, they're not going to have a problem with stroking you a check for 30 large because they know what they're buying. They understand the value. They understand what's in it for them. Well, the same thing applies to women when we start to voice our expectations, gentlemen. When a woman scoffs at your expectations, it's because they don't have enough information, which means you angled for the relationship first without continuing to build your value, which you should never, ever do. Steve, never, ever ask a girl you're seeing to be your girlfriend first, ever. No. Never do that.
No, you never do that. And I was doing the same thing when I work at Kirby Vacuum Cleaners.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't tell them, hey, this Kirby is $1,500. No, you show them the value in the Kirby and let them get excited.
That's right.
Then you let them know. Then they will more.
Then they're asking you for the price. Well, how much is it? How much is it?
Right. Same thing what you said, Donovan. Listen, guys. I don't ask for the relationship. Hell, I don't even. Look, this is how crazy it is. I don't even ask for the sex. I don't ask you to send me titty pictures and you play. I don't ask you to send me that stuff. I don't ask any of that stuff. They always come after things of value.
That's right.
When they recognize the value in you, they are going to do everything they can so you can take your attention away from what you're doing and try to put it on them. They're going to be reaching out to you. They're not going to ask you to take them out to dinner. They're not going to ask you to buy them drinks.
Hell no.
They're not going to ask any of that. They want, again, Donovan, they're going to want you so bad that they're going to like, okay, what do I have to do to show him that I really want him? I want this guy. You don't have to, Donovan. Never, like you said, never, ever do it, or clean on, never do it because that's a weak point. This is the thing, Donovan. I don't want her. I want her to want me enough where she rolls the fruit at my feet, where she gets the axe, gets Blue the ox, put on her Paul Bunyan outfit, go to the Redwood Forest, chop down a throne for me so she can roll fruit at my feet, guys. That's what it's about. You don't run behind them.
Oh, hell no.
They see the value in your motherfucking ass. They are going to buy. Let
me give you a few examples, right? So when a girl says, I would never let my boyfriend see my phone, or if I want to go to the club, I'll go whether my boyfriend wants me or not. And to be honest with you guys, that is a natural response in this particular circumstance. Why? Because his value isn't high enough, which means one of two things. She either doesn't have enough information or he's just not a high value guy. If you've been seeing a woman for a week and a half and you tell her, I don't want you going to the club or let me see your phone, she's going to laugh in your face, and she should. Why? Because she doesn't know a goddamn thing about you other than that she likes fucking you. And guess what? She likes fucking a lot of people. So guess what, player? You're not special or valuable as far as she's concerned. But when you establish over time that you have your shit together, that you have good habits, that you're going places, that you take your physical fitness seriously, that you are financially responsible, you're competent, you make her feel safe, she has fun with you, she loves spending time with you, she likes how you make her feel. Gentlemen, she will have absolutely zero issue with handing over her phone when you ask for it. She's not going to want to go to the club trolling for dick because she's got you and all the benefits that come with you. Yeah. You built your value, so she has no problem paying the price to be with you. Going back to that sales analogy, you want to build the value of the product so high that a customer can't help themselves. They just go, okay, how much is it? That's a buying question. Your answer? Well, it's $41,000. When they say, well, shit, that's way too much, you respond, well, I'll tell you what. I can give you a discount, but you'll have to move your install date back a little bit. Little sales game 101. The point is, okay, is that when a customer is so excited about your product that they ask you what the price is, they are going to be willing to pay for it. This is why it's important for salesmen in high-ticket item sales like cars, boats, mattresses to keep the price under your hat until they ask for it. The same applies to women. You only give the price when and only when she asks about it. And what is asking about it? This means she tells you she wants to take things to the next level, which means a relationship. You give the price to her too soon before you've built value, you're going to give her sticker shock. So instead of buying, she wants to rent or lease, which means she'll keep you around while she actively searches for your replacement. You don't want a girl to rent or lease you. You want her to buy. You want her to invest. Women do not invest in things with low value. That includes men.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. Yeah, that was
okay. Here's the thing. You said something that's key. Feel.
Yes.
Guys, let me ask y'all a question that's listening to this show. Have you ever seen a Rolex commercial? Have you ever seen a Bugatti commercial?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever? But do you know why they sell off the shelf? Because they sell themselves.
That's right.
They don't need to put ads out there because they know the value and worth of these things. And that's what happens, guys. Get your crayons out. I'm gonna spit a little ism to y'all. You gotta understand when you exchange information with a woman, understand this. You ain't the only guy. Because there are a bunch of guys before you, and if you don't know what you're doing right, they're gonna be some that you meaning after you. But you don't have to sell man. You don't have to sell man just like a Rolex watch. You don't have to sell it because it sells on its own. It sells on its own, and you have people waiting around the line to obtain it because it's something that is held from the market. See, men are rare. Men are rare. We are a commodity.
Males. Now males, those are a dime a dozen.
Cuban zirconium. They like Cuban zirconium. Hey, you
get it on Amazon.
You can find a man just like that. But you can't find a man because we wear the Smurfs, elves, unicorns, and Bigfoot. We are
right.
We are hard to find. But when they find it, they gotta have it. And if they can't have it, they're going to take a loan out to get it. And if they can't take a loan out to get it, they got another male that is willing to give her the money to purchase it. That's what we're trying to tell you guys.
What Steve has just described is the basic economic capitalistic principle of supply and demand. That's it. That's it.
Exactly. When she feels a certain way for you and she knows that this is probably the only chance I have, then she is going to do it. Guys, I just want to say this last thing. If y'all don't believe me, when you go over your friend's house that's a woman that you hang out with and shit, Have you ever noticed there's a wilted flower maybe on her wall?
Oh, wow.
Or that wilted flower in her diary or a book.
Yes.
I was like, why did she throw that flower away? It's just so old. Why? Because it came from a man. It's her only piece that is left of a man. And that's the thing. When you make a woman feel, because remember, women are driven by emotions,
Right.
Jordan.
Purely by emotions.
Pure emotions. And when she feels like you can mentally fuck her on a level, not physical. Remember, we physical guys. That's where y'all fuck it up. They are mental creatures. And when she can feel that you are the Rolex watch, that she's never seen an ad on TV, she will then begin to modify her behavior. And that's where it's like, hey, girl, it's Friday night. Ooh, girl, we gonna go for some dick. Ooh, I can use some dick tonight, girl. You know what she's gonna be like? Well, y'all go ahead. I'm thinking about making Donovan a nice steak dinner with a side of potatoes and, you know, his El Gratin potato. And all. Well, why would you do that? Oh, no, y'all just go ahead, girl. Because she knows the value and worth in Donovan. That's right. Because Donovan's a man, and a man doesn't have to sell himself. He doesn't.
Yeah, man's lifestyle does the selling for him.
Yes.
I'm going to end it with this, because I think a lot of guys need to understand. I think a lot of guys need to understand what we're talking about, because a lot of guys are like, yeah, I'm going to set expectations, and I'm a man in demand. Okay. Let's back it up here. A lot of guys hit me with, Donovan, I told my girl I don't want her going to the club, and she told me fine. But I don't want you going to the club either. Or, Donovan, I told my girl I don't want her on social media, and she said I should get off social media too. And my next question is, well, how long have you been seeing her? Right? Are you boyfriend and girlfriend? Who suggested exclusivity, you or her? 9 times out of 10, Steve, they've been seeing her for less than 2 months, which isn't nearly enough time to establish the kind of value that gives you the right to give her the price of your exclusivity. They're not boyfriend and girlfriend. And if they are, it's always the guy who wanted exclusivity first. Number one, again, you cannot tell a girl what your expectations are after 2 months of fucking. All you are is a dick at that point. You need to establish value and consistent value. Number two, if you haven't given her the title of girlfriend and the privilege of your commitment, then how can you expect a woman to pay the price for something she doesn't have yet? That's like expecting Jiffy Lube to change her oil for free, guys. They're not going to do it unless they're getting something out of it, which is payment. Women are the same way. You can't expect a woman to meet your expectations if she doesn't have the opportunity to earn your exclusivity, which leads me to number 3. I said this, I'll say this again. Never, ever, ever ask a woman to be exclusive. You always wait for her to ask. If you ask a woman, and I guys, I'm telling you, never ask her to be exclusive first. If you ask a woman, hey, I want to take this thing to the next level, girl, or hey, let's make this thing exclusive, then all of your leverage goes right out the door. Well, why is that, Donovan? Because you can't say, hey, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. She says, okay. Then you say, okay, good. Here's what you have to do to be my girl. It don't work that way, okay? You don't get to make demands if you're the one asking for exclusivity, gentlemen. Devin and I, we have this rule when it comes to going out on dates. Whoever came up with the idea has to pay, okay? If she says, hey, let's go out to dinner tonight, dinner's on Devin. If I say, yo, let's go to New York for the weekend, I'm the one who ponies up. If it's your idea, you pay because you suggested it. This is why you wait for her to suggest exclusivity, because if you ask her first, then she is the one in positions to start making demands, guys. If you ask her, hey, can we make this thing exclusive? She has every right to say, maybe, but you got to eat my pussy every time we have sex. You got to pay for every day. You got to let me go with my girlfriends every Friday night, right? If it's your suggestion, it's on your dime. So when she asks you to be exclusive, that's when you hit her with the expectations. That's when you're in position to say, okay, well, you're going to show me your phone when I ask you to. You're not going out to bars and clubs, and you're going to delete all social media. She can't flip around on you because she asked you for the commitment, not the other way around. When a door-to-door salesman knocks on the door, right? Who has the leverage? The homeowner has the leverage. Why? Because the salesman approached them. The homeowner is in position to make demands of the salesman. If you want to buy this home security, if you want me to buy this home security system, I'm going to need 15% off the equipment and free installation. Now, Some guys might ask, okay, but Donovan, isn't one of the staples of masculinity going for what you want? If you want a woman to be our girlfriend, then why should we wait for her to ask us? Shouldn't we be a man and be aggressive like we were when we were trying to have sex with her? Excellent question. And the answer is yes. Masculinity does mean being the aggressor. It does mean going for broke. It does mean being proactive and all that other kind of stuff, except for when it comes to commitment. And I'm going to tell you why. Because men are the gatekeepers to commitment. Gentlemen, every girl wants to be in a long-term relationship of consequence with a man of value. We have something they want. So why should we try to sell them on something they already want from us? Just like Steve said, there's no such thing as a Rolex commercial, right? Listen, the easiest sales job in the world is a Ferrari salesman, right? Do you think he's out there trying to talk customer X? Listen, you want to really buy this Ferrari? And so, no, the customer has made up his mind when he goes on to the car lot, right? This is why Ferrari, McLaren, Koenigsegg, you don't see commercials for these because they sell themselves, okay? You got to think about it, guys. Women are the gatekeepers to sex, right? Okay? Do they have to sell us on fucking them? Do they have to try to convince us to fuck them? Of course not. They know we want to anyway. That's why they don't have to really make much of an effort to get dick. It's the same with high value men and commitment. We know women want to be with guys like us exclusively. So there's no reason for us to try to sweeten the deal or talk women into an exclusive relationship with us because we know it's what they want anyway. In any other situation, it is important for men to be aggressive in going for what they want. That is the very essence of masculinity. One of the very few exceptions is long-term relationships. Women don't have to talk men into fucking them, and we don't have to talk women into being in exclusive relationships with us. It is stupid, guys, to throw your leverage out of the window by asking a woman for her commitment before she asks for hers. But Donovan, what if she's waiting for you to ask? Then she doesn't want to be with you bad enough, player, and it's as simple as that. Just like Steve said, if a woman wants your commitment, she will verbalize it. And when she does, you let her know what your expectations are. And then let her know that if she meets those requirements long enough, then you'll consider making her your girlfriend. She will get the message that she is going to have to work for your exclusivity and earn your trust. And she's going to fucking love you for it. Okay? She's going to love you. Listen, she's going to love the fact that you've made her work for it. Women love this shit. They know that your commitment is worth something because you are requiring her to work for it. Never, ever say, okay, we can be boyfriend and girlfriend, but first, here are my expectations. No, you voice your expectations and let her know she's got to keep it up for a little while longer to convince you that she's serious. But if you make her meet your expectations consistently, she'll keep it up as a matter of habit and desire to be with you. So to me, that's a win all the way around, man.
Well, the thing that I want to tell you guys is that, and I know y'all not used to this, but the first pathway to all this to make it easy is that when a woman recognizes that you are a player, a ladies' man or something when you first meet, if she doesn't ask you within the first few sentences of how many women you got and, oh, you're a smooth talker, then you're going to have work to do. Now, Donovan made a great point about going after what you want. But this is what I'm trying to get you motherfuckers to see. I'm going for what I want. I'm trying to see if she's worth my time. That's what I'm going for. I'm not going for the sex. I'm trying to see out of all the women that I have, the roster of women I have, the ones I got on the practice squad, the ones I'm going to meet tomorrow, and the ones I'm going to meet the next day, where's she going to fit at?
There you
go. What am I going to do with you? Hey, where am I going to move you at? That's what I'm telling you, man. Look, like Donovan said, you don't set the relationship. Why? Because when she sees that you are the high-value Rolex guy that doesn't sell herself, she's going to do two things, guys. She's going to ask you these simple questions, and I got your back, mean on the answers. She's going to say, Steve, or she'll be Steven. Yes, Steven, you're right. Where do we stand?
Oh, there it is.
Ask me.
Where is this going?
Right. What are your intentions? Where's all this going? And a lot of y'all guys, they'll be like, oh, I don't know. Guys, get your crayons out. It's this simple. And it goes back to the time. Anytime a woman asks that, because that's when you know she's waiting for you to do something.
There you go.
You know you ain't going to do nothing at all. So she's trying to push you to force you to say, well, I like you. Do you like me? Yes or no? That type.
Now she's got you. Now she's got you.
Got you. But now I'm going to show you how to get her to make her work even harder. When she asks you where we stand, when she asks you what are my intentions, just say this to you. To be honest with you, I don't know. And I'm going to tell you why. The thing I'm trying to figure out about you and all the other women I'm seeing is this. You are very good looking. You're sexy, you're hot, you're all those things. But what I am trying to see is if your looks and that beautiful body of yours, if does your personality, does your character, what you bring to the table, does that match up to how good you look? I don't know yet. I don't know you well enough to tell you where we stand. I don't know you well enough to tell you my intentions. Now, don't get me wrong. You already know since the moment I saw you, you know I want to fuck you. You are fucking is, you know it's about. You know I want to.
Oh, listen, they already know what time it is, right?
Right. But the question I'm asking myself is, does your character and personality, what you bring to the table, match your beauty? That's what I'm trying to see. And until I see that from you, I can't tell you. I can't give you an answer. You're not going to force or push me to do something I don't want to do. Matter of fact, you cross my boundary. Don't you ever, see, boundary again, Donovan, don't you ever ask me where we stand, and don't you ever ask me my intentions after I just told you what they are. Don't you do it. There you go, Donovan.
That's going to do it for this episode of the Redline. Our apologies. The phone lines were down, but listen, man, this was great fun. I certainly miss doing this. Guys, be sure to tune in to the Red Man group tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about 10 ways to tell your girl is lying to you. This is 10 ways, 10 surefire ways you can tell if a woman that you are sexually involved with is lying to you. You certainly do not want to miss that. It's going to be myself, Steve the Dean. I think Anthony Dream Johnson is going to be in there with us, along with Alexander AJ Cortez. It's going to be at least 3 of us, maybe 4, possibly 5. And we'll let you guys know from there. Steve, any last words, my friend?
Yeah, matter of fact, Monday, we're doing on this station right here. We're gonna go deeper into the Rolex and the things that are not being sold, and why you need to be the Rolex when it comes to manhood, and you don't have to sell yourself. So we're gonna talk more about that on Monday. Oh, damn, we're not going to talk about it. That'll be next Monday. Well, no, I'm going to do that Monday, and I'm going to push my other subject back. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Yeah.
Good shit, man. Steve, listen, man, it's nice to be back in the saddle with you, brother, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, I mean, themanmindset.com or
oh, you stupid. He said it in Klingonese.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Klingon with the subtitle.
That's going to do it, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.